Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Lisa Cotter and today we're looking at my water-based coloured pencil collection. Now, a couple of the products are not necessarily coloured pencils, but we'll take a look at them soon. With May being Mermay month, I thought what better time to take a look at some water-based coloured pencils. So of course I have them all swatched out and they live in my big folder of swatches here, my ongoing whip. So let's get started. So my first set here are the Derwent Metallic watercolour pencils. This is a 12 set here. Now I do believe they have a bigger set, but I'm not totally sure. Now, really nice colour range in this little 12 set here, and they can be used wet or dry. Now let's take a look at one of the pencils here. So this has a silver barrel here. It is hexagon shaped. It says England Derwent Metallic and it has your little paintbrush there. And it has the name of the colour as well as the number. It has that wave that all the Derwent range have. And it has the dipped end and there that's sort of like a metallic colour. And the writing's a metallic blue as well. So, as I said, this can be used wet or dry, but let's take a look at the swatch chart here. And this is the swatch chart here. Now, this is the swatch chart wet, of course, and I'm using watercolour paper for all my wet-based swatches. So I really love that purple, the vibrancy of these colours, which I really like. The pink, I love that green and the blue. It's a nice colour range, really, for a 12 set. And I really like them. They don't shine at all. The blue sort of has a slight shine. But other than that, they don't really come across as a metallic colour. But that's evident also with them dry. Now, I haven't actually swatched them out dry, but I did put some and sort of try them out on this paper here. And even though they are shining in the light, they're not really metallic-y. But on paper, they are very, very smooth. So if you can see there, they're really smooth on paper. So perfect if you want a small set just to use dry or wet. With just a little bit of water, they work really well. So that's my first set. That was the Derwent Metallic watercolours. So my next set of pencils are the Derwent Graphic Tints. Now this is a 24 set. They are tinted graphite in a watercolour base. And I waited over a year to get these. If you watched my haul video recently, this was in my haul video and I was so excited to finally get these. And I will admit I haven't had a chance to actually use them. I have swatched them out though. So let's take a look. So this is how the tin looks. I really love this image on the tin. They will go in a pencil case eventually. And look at those pencils, aren't they beautiful? As you can see from the bottoms here, they're very natural sort of colours. Now, they are graphite, so they're not necessarily a coloured pencil, but let's take a look at one of them. So, of course, this is a round barrel. It's silver, and it says England Derwent Graphic Tint. It has a paintbrush. It has the colour name as well as its number, and then it has like a silver wave here and a coloured dipped end here. And if you've ever had the Derwent drawing pencils, they feel like that in the hand. They have the same sort of thickness. It feels a bit wider than the actual metallic ones. I could be wrong. It's probably just the shape. But that's what it feels like to me. So let's look at the swatch chart. So this is the swatch chart here, and as I said, it is a lot of natural colours in this set, which would be beautiful for landscapes and maybe some portraits there as well. But I really love these pencils. Now, these would go really well with your Derwent drawing pencils. Now, they do dissolve really well in water, as you can see. I was rather impressed, and the colour range is really lovely. I love these greens here, and that blue one there, and the sea blue. Really nice set of pencils, and I know that they're graphite, but well worth getting if you can. They're a lovely set of pencils, so that's those there. So my next set of pencils are the Derwent Intense. So these are ink-based pencils. They're not actually coloured pencil based. So they go across here, and then through to here, and then across here. Now, there is some new ones that have been released recently, and I have ordered them from Cold Pens, and they should be here this week or next week. So once they do arrive, I will be doing a video on them. So we'll be able to discuss the different colours that have been added and take a look at them. So that's something to look forward to. But this is the set here that I have. Now, I have used these. A little goes a long way with these. So let's take a look at one. So this has a blue barrel. It is a round barrel this time. It says England, Derwent, Intense. It has the paintbrush. It has the colour name and its number. And then it has a blue sort of a wave here and a coloured dipped end here. And they sort of feel in your hand similar to the Derwent drawing pencils. Not as heavy though. Now, as I did mention, these are ink-based. They're not actual pencil-based. So when you look at them this way, you may think they look rather muted. They don't look really colourful, especially if you look at the ends here. But let's look at the swatch chart and you'll really see the difference. So this is a swatch chart here. Now this is swatched on watercolour paper. And look how vibrant those colours are. They're just beautiful. Now with these being ink-based, once you've used water with them, they cannot be reactivated with water. Now with normal watercolour pencils, sometimes you can reactivate them with water, but with these you can't. You may be able to do it when it's been down just a little bit, but if you leave it to dry fully, you can't reactivate them. But look how beautiful they are. Now, how I use them is I colour in the thing and use my water brush just to dab some water and draw it down. They do dissolve pretty much fully in water, which is really good when you're looking at a water-based pencil. Now, it did come with like a graphite pencil as well. And it does come with a white, but these are really lovely. Really unique being ink, and definitely popular with people. But I can't wait to see the new colours for myself. So I can't wait to do that video when the new ones come. I'll definitely swatch them out. I'll keep this swatch and just add them to their own swatch. But that is the Derwent Intense, and it may look like I don't use them, but I do. There's a lot there in that set. They're really lovely. So let's continue on. So my next set of pencils here are the Prismacolor watercolour pencils. Now they come across here and then there. Now this is a 24 set, and I picked these up for $15 on eBay. Now the lady said they were secondhand, but they were still in a sealed tin. So that was pretty amazing to get them like that. and I think I picked them up a year and a half ago. Now the tin had a wave on them. That's what I remember. I don't have the tin anymore. I apologise, or I'd show you because it looks pretty cool. But let's look at one of these. So this is what they look like. Now it has this polished wooden sort of barrel here. It's stamped with Mexico, and it says Prismacolor watercolour. And then it has your colour number as well as the colour name. Now the end is not dipped, so you can actually see the lead there. Now, being a full watercolour pencil, they're not as vibrant, of course, as your Intense, but they are a nice set of pencils. They are a smaller set. I'm not sure if there's a bigger set than 24. I'm not sure if there's a 36 set, but the 24 does me fine. But let's look at the swatch chart. So this is the swatch chart here. Now, as I said, they are not as vibrant as your Intense. These can be reactivated. They are a watercolour, and I have swatched it out on watercolour paper. Now, of course, you've got all these colours here, and the colour names actually match a lot of the Prismacolor pencils. But I love these purples, and these greens here are really nice as well. But they're a nice set of water-based pencils. I really like them. I just need to sit down and use them more, and I keep saying that with my watercolour pencils. Maybe I should make sure I use them this week. So that's the Prismacolor watercolour pencils. So my next set of pencils here are the Stadler Lunas. Now they go across here to here. Now these were not easy to get at all. So these were not available on Amazon, and I couldn't find them in Australia. So I put them in their search engine and found them on Mighty Ape, which is a selling shop similar to Kogan or Catch. And these came up for $26 for the full set, which I thought was rather good. Now they are student grade watercolour pencils, but they perform really well wet or dry, and I'm rather impressed with them, really. So let's take a look at one. So of course it has, the barrel here is round. It has this candy cane similar looking barrel. It says Stadler Luna. It has a number, but I believe that's the model number, and it has a paintbrush here, and the end is not dipped, it's open. But as I said, I think these performed really well. So let's have a look at the swatch chart here. So this is the swatch chart to the Stadler Luna colour pencils. Now I've just numbered them 1, 2, 3 up to 48. So there's 48 in a set, which is rather good for $26. The colour range is really beautiful, and as I said, they do go on paper really well, dry or wet. So I was so glad to get them. I just wish they were available easier and in the mainstream, because they are a beautiful pencil. I actually like them more than any other Stadler product, to be honest, with their pencils. These are really lovely. So if you ever see these, do pick a set up, because they're really worth getting, especially for $26. So that's the Stadler Lunas. So my next set of pencils are the Stadler Tinted watercolour pencils. Now these are again a graphite based pencil, and there's 12 in a set here. Now they do not come in a bigger set than this, but the colours are really lovely and natural. So let's take a look at one. So there's hexagon shaped. It says made in Germany, Stadler Tinted, and it has your paintbrush there, and the end is dipped, and it's coloured with what colours here. Now, as I said, it is natural colours. So this is the swatch chart, And these colours are really nice and vibrant. And I really like these colours, and these would actually go well with the graphic tint, the Derwent graphic tint ones. Now, if you can't afford the graphic tints, these would be a fantastic option, especially if you want to try them, because they are cheaper. Now, look at these colours, and especially those two and that one, very vibrant. So these would be a great addition to them, but I really like them. The pencil dissolves really well with water, and overall it was a pleasant experience using them. So that's the Stadler Tinted Watercolours. Another lovely set there by Stadler. So my next set of pencils are the Fabrica Still Ardent Jurors. Now these is the 120 tin set here. Now these came up on a spot sale on Amazon, and after adding up how much it would have cost me to purchase the rest I needed open stock, these came out cheaper. So I jumped at the chance and purchased them. So they came in this tin here, and they come with your pamphlet, of course. And then that's the first tray, which is beautiful. Look at them, all those colours. The second tray. And then this third tray here. Now, as I said, I had been collecting them for over a year, but it was still going to cost me more than this tin cost. So do check out Amazon spot sales. They do come up cheaper sometimes. Now, these pencils match your polychromos. So I know Shell's Colouring uses these dry as well as wet, and she does the most beautiful work with these and uses them all the time. But I wanted to get them to do my main watercolours using these because I love the Fabrica Still brand. The Polychromos is one of my favourite sets of pencils. But let's take a look at them wet. So this is the Ardent Jurors wet, and as you can see, look at all those beautiful colours. There is so many there. And I've got to admit, my favourite colour is 154, as well as the 156. I love those skin tones. But it's just a beautiful set of pencils, and a lot of these are light fast. So for me, I can do this, look through and check what's light fast and do artwork for my wall. But I really love these pencils. I know I love them because of the polychromos. So, and I've used these before. So that's the Ardent Jurors by Fabrica Still. Beautiful set of pencils. Definitely well worth buying, and do check for spot sales on Amazon. You can get them cheap sometimes. So we're up to my last set here, guys, and these are the Caran d'Ache Neo Colour 2s. So they go across here and then across here. Now, I purchased a smaller set of these, and then I added some open stock as well. Now, I purchased these from Art to Art. That is a South Australian business. It's a family-run business, and that's the cheapest I've been able to find them locally. And they have open stock as well as sets, and they have all the Caran d'Ache products there that you can purchase open stock. So that's where I got them. Now, I did purchase these for journaling, and I have done a journal page using them. But I have seen people use these in colouring books, and I definitely got to give it a go. But the colour range is really beautiful. So let's take a look at the swatch chart. So this is the swatch chart here. Now, as I said, I can't totally recall all the colours in the little set I purchased. But these are all the colours that I've got. Now they are numbered, of course, and as you can see, so these are all the colours that I got. But I really love the skin sort of tone colours in this set. The pinks, really beautifuls, and the purples. But it's a really lovely set here. That green there is one of my favourites. But I really love them, and I definitely need to give them a try in a colouring book soon. If you'd like to see that, let me know. And so that's the Caran d'Ache Neo Colour 2s. And they can be purchased open stock. So if you want to try a few out, definitely buy them open stock. And they work really well with water. So that is my full watercolour coloured pencil collection. I hope you liked the video, and if you have any questions, just ask. I'm happy to answer anything I can about the pencils. I probably won't be buying any more sets other than that Derwent Intense that will come in a week or so. But if you liked my video, press like and subscribe, and come back soon for more videos. Bye.